Hello everyone, my name is Regina and welcome to my channel. Today we're doing a get ready with me talking about depression. Now we're talking about how to deal with it in my own personal experience. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, stay tuned. Okay, so we're talking about depression today. Before we get started, I do want to show you some products that I'm going to be using. Urban Decay Naked Cherry Palette. And the Too Faced Pineapple Sun Palette. I remember the first time I ever really felt like an extreme heaviness over me. My self-worth was like at an all-time low. I felt useless. And this was when I was in my 20s and I just graduated college. I remember being so emotional. Like I would go to the washroom, I'll be crying, I'll go in my room, cry, close the door, stay away from people. And later on, I didn't realize what I was going through until like years later, and it was post-grad depression. And I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about post-grad depression. That could just be my opinion or my thoughts, but I just feel like a lot of people don't talk about it. It is definitely a thing. And because I'm like, something had to be wrong with me, because I have never I have never experienced such a heaviness over me, because that's not my typical behavior, to just become emotional like instantly for no reason, and just go to the washroom and just to cut myself off and just feel so down. Like I was so down. Listen, I was just like in my room doing nothing. I was not motivated to do anything. Absolutely. I was doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Um, I made a decision to like, I guess I was just fed up. I'm like, I'm tired of feeling this way. It was just draining. It was so draining. So I don't know how it started, but I started watching motivational YouTube videos, and then something just like clicked in my head, like, okay, I need something that's going to be uplifting. I need to continue watching things that are going to be uplifting to get me out of this funk. So that's what I started doing. And then not only that, I was like, okay, I need to get out the house. I need to not just be in my room. The next day, I made the decision to get out the house and go for a walk in the neighborhood and grab some coffee, right? Something minor, something that people do like every day, was like a task for me to get up and walk around the corner to get coffee, right? So that's what I did. So I got up, got some steps in, walked to the maybe a block to get some coffee, and went to Starbucks. And while I was doing that, it just I just realized how good it felt to get out the house. And it was just and it was a beautiful day. Thank goodness it was a beautiful day. So I got a chance to experience that. Not only was I going for a walk, I put on like a motivational video on YouTube, from YouTube, and I started listening to that while I was walking. So I was basically getting my steps in, getting some activity going. I was experiencing this beautiful day and also listening to something that was uplifting. So after dealing with post-grad depression and kind of just getting past that, I still didn't find a job. It took me a long time to find one, but I knew what to do in case I ever fell back into that state of mind where I just feel useless, because that's the worst. That is a hard spot to be in. It's really difficult. Everybody deals with depression differently. I know some people take medication for that. Some people choose to do things more of a natural way, whether it's exercising, talk therapy. There's so many other ways to deal with depression. This is just my own personal experience. I think learning what works for you is really important. Like I know that exercising, reading, being around positive people, and really being aware of what I'm taking in. I know I talked about this in my mental diet video. you'll be surprised, like when you're on Instagram or Facebook, whatever social media platform you're on, how that can really affect your mood. I know I was reading recently how if you're dealing with like depression or whatever you're dealing with, and you're on social media and you see people that you might know they're doing so amazingly well, and you're at a place in life where you're not doing so amazing, how you start comparing yourself, you find yourself in a position where you just feel kind of sad and really discouraged, and it just really it changes your mood. I also believe being around community helps a lot, you know. When you find yourself in a community that is really supportive and uplifting and encouraging, it makes a big difference because, you know, you'll open up to someone. One, you know, you have someone to talk to and confide in. You have a reason to get out the house and not isolate yourself. So, community is really important. People's experience with depression will look different, you know? And how I dealt with it was just to make sure I set attainable goals for myself, whether it was walking to the store, grabbing coffee, making my bed up, you know, cleaning my room, reading a book, reading something positive, or listening to something uplifting. Also, just removing things that don't make me happy and just makes me feel discouraged. I also believe community is really important. It could be you going to church, being a part of a sports team, beauty related. It can be being a part of a gardening community, which I know is very therapeutic and people do enjoy doing that. It's just finding something that will connect you to life and to people is definitely going to help you. All right, guys, that completes the video. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.